Sheet metal was my livelihood, but I never thought I'd be building gear like this. Every week, we turn tons of steel into rolling works of art. Some of the toughest gear in the world comes out of this factory. Building this gear is only half the fun. No one tests like we do. My passion has taken my family to the edges of the earth. Life's a game. We know how to play it. Patriot Games.
After a successful shakedown of the new race buggy, the pit crew are feeling confident about this year's setup and are moving on to the final stages of tuning. All of these adjustments will give Justin and Tommy their best chance of earning a place on the podium.
Whoops, good look there, whoops, nice, left-hander.
First couple of laps was all about just wearing everything in, getting to know all the noises, the sounds and all the rest of it. We started pushing a little bit harder. We got a worn-in belt now from yesterday, but instantly straight away we found a problem with the clutches.
Just watch the rev. It was 8 grand, we're 101 in the belt temp. 100 in the belt temp.
Boys, that belt's getting way too hot. I think we peaked out about 8,900 RPM and we're sitting at 100 degrees on the belt.
Yeah, as soon as you're over that 80, 100 for more than 20 minutes, that's the belt done.
Yeah, copy that. I just don't want to destroy this belt, mate, and make a mess in that in those clutches, eh?
So even if you just want to putt for a minute, see if that temp comes back down and then cruise back out.
Yeah, we're back at like 84. I'd rather sort those clutches out first before we start running into trouble, eh?
Yeah, copy.
This is probably the most important part of Finke in my books now with the experience that we have now. You have to have a good test track. You have to have good people around you that know what's going on. We've got 2 jobs for today. Get the clutches set up so we don't blow belts like we've done in previous years and get the suspension dialed in. How we look?
Good. Initial thoughts look good, but we got round to watch you around those whoops.
Yeah.
We've got a few changes to make.
Okay.
Yep, definitely.
That belt temp's no good.
Yeah.
So I can't, and I'm not giving it. We're just cruising.
Yeah.
We peaked out at 105, but as soon as I get in the soft stuff, and I'm revving like just cruising.
Yeah.
Go straight to 100 degrees.
Yeah, gotcha.
And if I mash the pedal, I'm keen to see what it says on the data logger, but I'm sure I saw 8,900.
Yeah. So that's what we'll check. We'll check your peak on the data log.
Yep.
And then we'll adjust the clutch weights from there.
This morning it's quite uncanny. I don't know how it happens, but I think it's just me and Toby seem to gravitate together at Finke every year. You know, we end up pitting beside each other or we run into each other and what do you know, the sun's popping up over the ridge and we're setting up for the track and who pulls in? World number 1, Toby Price. How we look?
Mate, cruise around, get it done.
Did we look all right?
Looking good, so for a fresh, brand new car, mate. It's coming together really well. Mate, it's unreal. From what I saw it there probably 3-4 weeks ago sitting in the shed to what it is now, it's a proper race car. Your boys have done a great job with it. It's looking well and it's I've watched you go out there in those first couple of laps and it's sitting pretty well. Good to go. But yeah, looking good. Yeah, no, you too, boys.
This is your year, man.
This is it.
This is our year.
This is our year.
This is our year.
We are.
Good.
This is it.
All right, cool.
Be good to go.
This is the first 2019 Razor that's been built for Finke in Australia as far as we know, and nobody in this country really understands them yet. They've got a whole new clutch setup, whole new clutch cover. Make a quick phone call to the boys in the US, and I'm sure they'll be able to sort it out for us.
Sport Racing, it's Brandon speaking.
Brandon, how you doing, buddy? Justin from Patriot Campers. The issues that we've been having the past couple of years have all come down to the clutch, and they've given us some really good advice on how to weight the clutch now so we don't blow belts.
We're out here, we've just done our first testing and running with our clutch with the factory weights. What would you start with in the weight kit?
With the whole new setup, we are spinning way too hard. We're almost getting max RPM really, really early in the rev range. So the boy's going to weight the clutch now and pull it back down. Basically what they're going to do is they're going to put a restrictor on my driving style. So they're going to throttle me right down so I can't spin the car up that hard. And fingers crossed, the belt issue is finally gone. And this is the big advantage of building our own car. So we'll see how this goes.
With the team preparing to weight the clutch, Justin is taking this opportunity to remove the belt. If the last 2 years are anything to go by, he may need all the practice he can get.
I think that looks good, man, considering how hot it got too.
It's the first time we've pulled a belt off a run-in that's looked that good.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you do the rest.
All right, we'll do our thing now.
Cool.
The clutch isn't the only thing that needs attention today. The team from Fox Shocks USA and Desert Speed Lab are on hand to discuss the crucial shock setup for the race.
So what do you think, man? How we look?
You know, the car doesn't look bad. Looks like we could loosen up the rear rebound a little bit, so that the rear wheels can come down faster, and that should give you more traction. Looks like the front's a little stiff, so we'll work on the front spring rates and loosen that up for you. So that way it works better through the bumps. At Fox, what I do is I do pretty much all the race tuning there, and also if customers need custom shocks and things like that, I usually help with the ordering process for that.
What does it need to be revalved or?
Yeah, so the rear shocks will need to be revalved. The front, we'll see if we can get away with just a spring rate change.
Yeah, okay. Can you, new springs?
At least the upper. The upper will be a different spring. This spring right here is coil bound. So you're in this main rate, so that's gonna make it pretty stiff.
Yeah.
So if we can get a little stiffer upper so that it's a true dual rate, it'll actually wind up being softer, it'll be more compliant.
What does coil bound mean? That just is so compressed?
It means that it's basically become a block height. So it's solid now.
Okay,
so it's not doing anything. So typically when you have two springs on top of each other, say it's a 250 over 250, your actual overall rate is only 125.
Right.
Until one of them bottoms out like this.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
And off-road races, suspension is obviously, I would say it's probably one of the most important factors in an off-road race car, because for one, if you can't get down the track, you know, you could have all the horsepower you want, and it's not going to do you any good if you can't go fast through the bumps.
After years of working together, Dave and Justin share a real passion for off-road racing and have poured a lot of time and energy into this new buggy build. With the revalving almost complete, it's time to refit the shocks and get this buggy back on the track.
Yeah, so let's get some spotters. I'll wind this. Make sure the front doesn't teeter-totter.
He wanted to lift the front right, so he said.
Yeah, so hopefully with those heavier springs we can lift it now. Because where I had them, that was the max. You couldn't lift it anymore.
Looks like this race buggy isn't finished with his pit crew just yet. The team has uncovered a massive fault that could stop them from racing altogether.
It's completely different. It's miles out of that bottom dowel pin, eh? Miles out. So what's happened is when we're weighting the clutches, it's actually my bad. I put the clutch cover back on, and a part of the seal from the clutch cover has gone inside of the clutch case.
All right, we'll just run up and down the road and we'll see what that clutch is spinning up to, yeah?
What's that warning light?
What warning light?
Started the car up, gave it a rev, and it's whipped around. It's knocked the belt temperature sensor, and the belt temperature sensor now is damaged. We've tried everything we can to repair it, but we have no belt temperature sensor now, which is the belt is been our #1 issue. You don't reckon pull that sensor out, eh?
It's a pretty massive job to get back in there. I wouldn't bother.
Why is that? You can get the spanners on both sides.
It's pretty tricky, but I don't know, like, we're running out of time in the day. I say we just work on clutch setup.
What are the odds
we throw something through there.
Apparently good. Good odds. I don't understand how the connector and the sensor could be related. It's just the sensor wigging out.
Could be fluke, could just be bad luck. Might not be our morning.
I don't know, mate.
We're running out of daylight.
No. Oh, that's... So we'll go out and test today. Without it, fingers crossed that somebody back in town has a spare one. The chances aren't high of getting one. If we don't have one, it means we're going to be running down to Finke again blind this year, not knowing what the belt's doing, which means we got every chance of blowing another belt. So fingers crossed we can get another one and sort it out tomorrow before the race.
This one really hits home, guys, but there's no stopping now. Justin and Tommy have no choice but to continue on without the sensor and move on to testing out how the new clutch feels.
8 grand, 8-3. 8, 8-1, 8-2, 8-2, 8-2, 50, 3, 4, 5, 450, 8, 450, 8, 450, 8, 400.
That's good.
Huh?
That's really good. That means I got the clutch weight close.
Right.
That looked like a very successful run, boys. While the crew look over the final numbers, the Fox team are busy installing the final suspension package for the race. Confidence is growing and things are really starting to liven up at camp.
Yep.
So this week on Fly Chat, how many flies can we get on my face before I lose my bananas?
Oh, he's got one on his nostril.
Oh, it was in there. All one's trying to get up in my...
You need longer hair. Longer hair. Oh, they're right up there.
Yeah, we've got plenty of pit crew with these aerial sultanas, eh?
I don't know how they get inside the net.
Setting up suspension's the longest part, eh?
Tree.
Big tree.
Big tree, that would have hurt.
Big tree. Do not hit the tree.
Do not hit the tree.
Stay away from the tree.
Crest.
All right, Tom. So I'm going to give it a full send. Just watch what we get to top RPM. All right.
All right.
Right now, Justin's running the track. We're doing high-speed passes across the whoops. We're trying to redial the suspension after making a few changes back at pits.
Get a copy, Justin?
Yeah, mate, gotcha.
Just come pull in beside us.
Copy that, mate. That's the best that car's ever felt.
We're going to put you up a couple of clicks.
I was about to say, I feel like the back's a little soft now.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. We set him at a midway point.
Yeah.
So
It was soft yesterday.
Yeah.
But now it feels a lot more balanced. Like it's not. There was a big contrast yesterday between the front was too stiff and the back was too soft.
Yeah. Okay.
Now the front feels good, but the back feels like it needs to be a little bit stiffer.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll work out the clicks and I'll let you know. What did you just go on the back then?
Went in 6 clicks, yeah.
Yeah, because he was literally just saying it's the best it's ever felt. The front felt right, the back felt a bit soft. Yeah. So I said, yeah, we'll bump you up. Let's see how we go.
Sounds good.
The buggy is running like a dream. Tommy and Justin are already more confident than they have been in previous years. Now they just need a few more laps to really get this buggy dialed in.
Dad feels way more confident in this year's car. It looks fast. It's awesome. Wow.
50, 89, 450.
That feels good, dude.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
That feels so good. I can't go any faster. That's it.
So you reckon that'll get you to Finke back then if it's not pushing it then?
For him to be screaming over the radio the way he is on the car's performance at this stage, it's great to hear. You know, generally they're down to the pump, right on the wire. This time he's feeling comfortable and he's still got a couple of days.
Dave, you want another pass or do you want some more adjustments? What do you want, mate?
Just another pass while we're chatting about it.
Copy that. Feel a little bit twitchy in the back now, eh?
Yeah, it does. Push out to the top right with the tree.
What are you guys thinking from the outside?
Just pull in again while I quick chat.
Feels the best the car's ever felt. The car's never felt this good. It's a little bit twitchy in the back.
Okay, so do you feel that it got twitchier after the last change?
Definitely.
It did?
Yeah. After the last adjustment, it got a little bit twitchier in the back.
It was just really ironic because he started to look really good in that car, and then he said, we said here, watching him, it looked a little stiff in the back. So we told him to pull in. We went back a couple of clicks. He went and did another pass. We were amazed, and funny enough, Justin come over the radio and said, it's great, I feel great. So we're both of the same opinion. So now we've got 100% confidence this is going to perform awesomely over those whoops.
The day's round of testing is almost over, and everyone is on an absolute high. Trust Justin to already be thinking about the next big thing.
People horsepower, they don't need a trophy truck, eh?
Yeah.
Coming in hot! This car has never, ever, well this car, I've never been in a RZR that feels like this, dude. Never.
That's what we want to hear.
Huh?
That's what we want to hear.
I don't know what you can do to make a car feel better than this, but to me this is perfect. I'm driving, so I'm hitting that, and I'm driving across the whoops. Like, point it, and it's just tracking across the whoops wherever I want to go.
Yeah.
Like normally when we're up on top of that shit, you're just fighting to keep the car in the middle of the track.
Yeah.
But now, it's like, yep, I want to go left, car goes left, I want to go right, car goes right.
Yes, that's awesome.
It is, how does it look?
You're totally calm.
Yeah.
You're just hitting them.
That's, I cannot, I can't, Ross. Dude, are you kidding or what?
No, look good.
I don't know what you can do to make your car drive better than that. I don't have the experience to say, all right, now we need to do this. But I can't hit that any faster. That's amazing. I've never driven a RZR that feels like that, dude. Never. It's amazing. Where do we go from here?
Go win it.
Go win it. I can't drive it any better than that. I don't have that ability, you know what I mean? I don't have the knowledge. I can't say to you, oh, this is what we need to do now, because to me, I've never driven a RZR that feels like that.
Well, and that's kind of the progression. So like, pretty much everybody that we work with, especially a brand new car, you know, we get you pretty much 85% there.
Yeah.
And then you got to go race it, and then you come back and you go, hey, you know what? Today I want to work on this.
Yep.
And then we go in that direction.
Yeah, gotcha.
When you're in the race, you're looking for that one thing that's really persistent. You know, it's always just over the top of things. I'm just looking down at the ground, or I'm just like, whatever. It's just clunking in the front end, or whatever. You know, whatever it is that you feel persistently, that you feel like it slows you down. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah,
sure.
Legend, guys. Well done, team. Let's head back.
Great effort, team. The whole Patriot crew has worked so hard on this build over the last few months, and it looks like all that hard work has just paid off.
I'm pumped. I'm pumped. I'm telling you right now, I've driven a lot of those things. I've never driven one that feels like that. Legend, brother. Thanks for that, man. I appreciate it. Thanks a million. Yeah. Ross, you're a legend, dude. Thanks, heaps, man.
Sure, yeah.
That feels amazing.
Yeah, good.
Compared to what I know anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels amazing.
And this is not just for the cameras, but thank you.
I'm so happy.
That car is mental.
It looked awesome.
It is mental.
The way that looked, the way you were driving that early. Oh, dude.
I can't drive it any faster. I literally can't. I'm wide open on the throttle. That's all it'll give me. If I had another 100 horsepower, I would have hit that thing in another 50 k's an hour.
Yeah. Oh, this is just, it's unbelievable. We're the first proper full day of testing after spending so much time and effort building this car. A little bit of tweaking today on the shocks. Justin's out there. He's been in it for an hour and he's jumped straight out of that car. He's amazed. To have him that happy behind the wheel and feel that safe and comfortable he can push that car, I'm just really, really stoked at all of our efforts.
Next time on Patriot Games, the Patriot crew roll into scrutineering with a rock star welcome, and the extended Patriot family arrive to show their full support. Justin and Tommy take on the big race, hoping that all the testing and preparation will pay off. To finish first you must finish. Will Tommy and Justin make it to Finke and back?
Go, Dirty. Oh, it's a caution. Hold on, mate. Full stand. No, caution.
So glad I did that. What a feeling.
Come and run Finke, Dad. See if you still like it.